Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video because I'm going to finally be trying the new collection from Trixie Cosmetics. So I ordered the PR box because I wanted all of it and it's so cute, and it came the other day, but I've been crazy busy and finally have a chance to play with this. So I love Trixie Cosmetics, I love Trixie and Katya, and I can't wait to try this out. The PR box is sold out, but I believe all of the individual pieces in this are still available for purchase, so I will have everything linked down below. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I'm a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a soft spot for indie makeup and colorful makeup, which this definitely is. And I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. So filming this and holding this up is going to be hard because it's going to reflect not only my ring light, but also the windows that I film in front of. But this is the PR box. This was, I think, $150. I did buy it because I wanted all of the pieces and it's so cute, and also I just wanted to order fast. And I can't wait to open this and try it out. So this is the giant box. It's got Trixie and Katya on the front. It's all Olympics themed and gymnastics themed. It opens up like this. And it's got Team Trixie versus Team Katya. It's got a little picture of Trixie in her gymnastics uniform. And then it's got both palettes, 2 lip glosses there. And underneath, there's a mirror. Also, the clouds keep coming and going, so the lighting is weird, and the table that I have things set on is white. So things are reflecting weirdly today, and the light keeps changing. But the 2 glosses that came in this are Scarlet Letter and Lollipop Luxe. So Lollipop Luxe is new, and Scarlet Letter is an existing shade. So this came out in their previous collaboration, and it's my favorite lip gloss of all time. I bought one then, fell in love with it, and I have been desperately asking them to bring it back since. So when I saw that this was coming out, I bought the PR bundle that had one in it. I bought a few backups for myself, and I bought one to put in a giveaway. Not doing the giveaway now. I'm gonna put it in my 1K giveaway because I'm now at 700 subscribers, like 704 or so as of filming this. And I wanna do a small, here's a few of my favorite things from my 1K giveaway, and so this is gonna go in there. It is what I'm wearing right now. It's like a sheer red gloss, and then this is a pink version of it that Trixie came out to go with it. So the bottom part of the box has a mirror. So Trixie sells a pink heart-shaped mirror to go with her theme, and this is a red one for Katya. And I don't own a handheld mirror, and there's often times that I forget to grab a mirror when I'm filming, or the palette doesn't have a mirror, so I thought, might as well get a Trixie one. So I'm gonna open this up, and I will use this today because it might be a little easier than using the ones in the palettes. Super cute packaging. And then here is the mirror. So very nice. Got a bit of weight and very, very clear. Kind of makes me feel dizzy looking at it. I definitely don't think everybody needs a handheld mirror unless you're doing something like YouTube or you sit in a place where you don't always have a mirror. Like if I'm not filming, I generally do my makeup in the bathroom, so I don't need a mirror. I also don't understand every collection having a mirror so that people buy them all. Like I just don't get it as a collector's item, but I'm happy I finally have a mirror I can use. And I'm gonna open Lollipop Luxe. So here's my current Scarlet Letter. You can see I used half of it really quickly and then I stopped because I didn't want to run through it too fast. Very cute little hearts on everything, just like normal. So this is Lollipop Luxe. So it's gonna be the same kind of sheer lip gloss as far as I know, but bright pink instead of red because Trixie versus Katya. So I'm excited that I have this. I love the Trixie lip gloss formula. I have a lot of them. It's the majority of my lip products. And then the collection came with 2 palettes. Each of these retails for $48, I believe. I'll have everything in the description box. And they're meant to be complimentary. So this is the Team Katya, this is the Team Trixie. I couldn't decide. I knew I'd probably get both. They're the same size as the Plant Gay palette and the their purpley neutral palette that I'm forgetting the name of right now. But these are super cute. I already opened them just to make sure they weren't broken. So, but I haven't touched them at all. So the inner packaging looks exactly the same. And if you want to know how they compare to their blush palettes, if you've tried those, this is the Mod About You blush. This is what I'm wearing today for blush and highlighter, because it's my favorite. And they're almost the same size. So the blush palette's a little bit longer and just like not even a centimeter less short. So if you've tried the blush palette, that's about how big these are. It's about the same size as a Sigma palette as well, if you've used those. I keep them all in a row next to my Sigma palettes. So this is the Team Trixie palette. So it's supposed to be the brighter version and complementary to that. So it's got some pastels and some neutrals. So this is Team Trixie. It's very cute. I will do a comparison with Plant Gay in a second. So you've got some neutrals over here, some pinks, yellow, and then like pastel teal shades, and then a sparkly black. I believe these two shades are her biodegradable glitter. So it's not, they also put that in Plant Gay. It's not like a pressed glitter. It's not like if you've tried one from BH Cosmetics or ColourPop or, you know, one of those brands. It doesn't feel at all like that, but it doesn't really feel like, I don't know, it doesn't really feel like just a shimmery, sparkly shadow. It's kind of a hybrid between the two. So it's technically called a glitter, but it doesn't really feel like a pressed glitter. It's got more binding to it than that. So I'm super excited for this. It's very springy. And then the Team Katya palette is a little darker and is like Katya's go-to shades apparently. So it is here. So it's a little darker. It kind of reminded me of, there was like a random BH palette that came out like around Halloween a year or two ago. And I looked at them side by side and they're not the same, but similar vibes. I think the like blue, red, neutral combo. So it's got some neutrals. It's got this shade that's supposed to be like Katya's skin tone. So it's a good highlight shade. That's what she wanted. It's got a mid-tone brown, dark brown, black, gold for like gold metal, silver metal. And then you've got red, blue, pink, and purple. So this one doesn't have any of the glitter shades. So here is the Plant Gay palette. This one, I don't think it's in stock right now, but I think they are gonna bring it back. I love this palette. It's actually one of my opening this one is one of my most viewed videos on my channel. So here is Plant Gay versus Team Trixie. So same vibe, but different colors. Like there's no direct dupes. This has like darker teals and greens, and it does have pinks, but these are like bright pinks. These are a little more subdued. This one's a little darker. And then this is like a pale yellow, and this is like a true yellow. So not at all the same, but kind of same vibe. And then these are those sparkly glitter shades. And then these are like metallics. So kind of like here versus here. So yeah, I think I'll do one look on each eye just so I can kind of try out both palettes. And if you want any more videos, like maybe combining them or something, I can definitely do that. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Team Trixie palette just because it's a little lighter. And I don't have any primer or anything on my skin, on my arm. I have a medium olive undertone, so that might make some of these shades look a little different, like yellows and greens and blues tend to look a little different on me than they might on someone who's not olive, because the green in my skin, but we'll see. So the first shade is Game Face. And then we've got Get a Grip and Spirit Fingers. So these feel like the same formula as the other palettes. These are very creamy feeling. So it's a bright pink, a light pink, kind of a ballet slipper pink, and then a baby pink matte. That's very vibrant. That did not swatch well. But you know, swatches don't really tell you anything about performance, more just tone. Okay, so I've got the shade Heavy Metal. That feels really soft. And then Perfect 10 is the first of those glitter shades. And then And Pose. like it's actually, and Pose, not just Pose, is this like pastel teal. So here is the yellow shimmer. These would both make nice inner corner shades or a soft lid shade. And then here is that glitter. So you can see it's not necessarily a pressed glitter. There's actually a base to it, but it is a very glittery shadow and it is biodegradable glitter. And then there's the bright minty blue. That's very pretty. So we've got Bar, B-A-R-R-E, Tender. They like their puns. Stick It, and Take the Cake. Take the Cake feels a little harder pressed, but also still very pigmented. So Bartender, it's a really pretty neutrally pink. That's kind of a mauve-y neutral. And then that's a nice bright pink. And then the last three are Champ, Bright True Yellow, Flipping Out, and Showtime, which is another glittery shade. It's like a glittery black. So we've got yellow, which is also on the back of this finger. That's a really pretty yellow. We've got Flipping Out, that's really pretty. And then the sparkly black, that's really nice. I feel like I've seen a lot of sparkly blacks in palettes lately. It's an interesting trend. Okay, so that is the Trixie palette. I would swatch the other on this one, but I don't know how well it'll swatch over a bunch of tattoos and hair. So I will wash this off and do the other one. Just because I don't want to try and swatch like here. But this is Team Trixie. I think it's really cute. It's very Trixie. Kind of pastel, kind of bright, but some neutrals to ground it. So I will be right back to Team Katya. Okay, so washed off. There's still a little black residue. It didn't stain. It's just a really pigmented black. It took a lot to wash off. But I think with actual makeup remover, it would be fine. I just used, so my kitchen's right there, so I just washed it off there. So here is Team Katya. I'm super excited for this one. So this is a little less springy than the other one, but I do think I will get a lot of use out of this. This one's got more quote unquote wearable shades because it's a little more neutral and also blue. So we've got Warm Up, which is a nice red. This is vegan, by the way. All of their things are vegan and cruelty free, so there's no carmine in this. Here is Rigged, which is, it looks red there, but it's kind of more coppery. And then Laid Out. I think it's supposed to be gold medal, silver medal, bronze medal. And then here is the brown shade. So here is the red. Didn't swatch the best, but looks nice. It's a good tone of red. Here is the bronzy shade. Yeah, it's kind of a red bronze. And too much of a gap between those. And then there's the brown. And then we've got Chalk It Up, which is a chalky white shade. Not something I use very often. This one I'm not even gonna try to say. And then Underscored is the silver. That feels very creamy. Okay. Yeah, that would be a nice highlight shade. Sorry, my nails are looking a little rough. I haven't had time to do them. That's a really pretty silver. So we've got Goat here. Amplitude, which is a black, just a matte black. And then Plank is a purple. It's a little sparklier than the others, but it's not the glitter formula. It's just like a sparklier shimmer. So there's the gold, black and the sparkly purple. That's pretty. And now for the 3 shades I'm most excited about, we've got Dismount, which is a bright blue. Another Russian looking name that I don't want to mispronounce. Shimmer. And then Flip Flop is a dark brown. Okay, so those are really pretty. So there's the blue. That is a very pigmented blue. Blue shimmer and dark brown. So this is the Team Katya palette. I think this is also really pretty. Definitely a little more on the wearable side, quote unquote, depending on what you think. I think Katya said she wanted her like go-to neutral wearable shades, you know, the bronze, gold, and silver, and then she was like, you gotta have your Horde pink and your Horde blue, where I think were her exact words. So I'm excited for this. I'm gonna wash this off and then try both of these on my eyes. Okay, so I definitely need to use the blues from the Katya palette to try those out. I'm not sure what I want to do for the Trixie palette. And I thought about doing like multiple looks, like 2 looks with each or something like that, but I don't want this video to be crazy long since there are 2 palettes. So I will just do 1 look on each eye, and then I can always do another video if people are interested and want inspiration or anything. So let me know in the comments below. Okay, so I'm sure the neutrals will work well, but I think I want to try out some of these shades. So I think I'm going to try using Flipping Out and Champ on this eye, and then I'll do the blues on the other. So I'm gonna do a 2-tone crease, just because I was just talking to my friend Danny and she does them a lot, so I'm inspired to. And I'm gonna try out Champ on the inner half of my lid. And then put Flipping Out on the outer part. So I already primed with my Urban Decay primer. Okay, so taking Champ, and I'm just gonna place that on the inner part of my lid to see how that works as a bright yellow. That's very bright. So far, so good. My eye primer is looking weird, so I don't know if that'll affect how things go today. It's just looking kind of dry. Everything's looking kind of dry today. I don't know what's going on with my skin. So that looks really nice. The edges don't really need to be blended at all. So then I'm gonna take Flipping Out, which is that teal shade, not the really pale mint, but like the teal, and I'm gonna place that right here. Okay, so that went on very nicely. It's looking very nice. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of, I'm gonna pack a little bit more on there because I've only done 1 dip, but I'm gonna take a little bit of And Pose, and I'm gonna blend the edges. I just wanna see how, that's very, very pigmented. Okay. Very bright and pigmented. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of Flipping Out on the smaller brush and really pack it on right here. Very, very nice. So they are pretty powdery. There's a lot of kick up in the pan, by the way. Okay, that took very little effort to blend together. It's turned a little green in the middle, which is kind of what I wanted. So there's kind of a gradient from yellow to the more teal. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of the And Pose shade and run that under my lower lash line. You can see it's pretty powdery, but looks nice. I don't mind a powdery shadow as long as it's not powdery on my face. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try the glittery shade on the lid and then put the yellow on the inner corner and down here. So I'm gonna take some NYX glitter glue and put that on my lid. And then from my experience, these do work a little bit better with your finger because it kind of picks up the base as well and not just the sparkle. So I'm gonna place that all over the lid. It's a very springy look, which it's not yet spring, but close. You can see, I hope that you can see how sparkly that is. It's, in person, it's so pretty. It's very sparkly, but very much not like a pressed glitter. It's more like a foiled, it's not really a foiled shadow either. It's just, it's like you took the sparkle from an astral Pat McGrath shade and that kind of like drier texture, but then had it in like a normal shadow and not a baked Pat McGrath shadow. I don't know how to describe it other than that. I have a couple little glitter bits that have fallen, but overall, it's sticking to the glitter glue nicely. And then I'm gonna take a pencil brush and pick up Heavy Metal, the yellow shimmer. And I'm gonna put that on the inner corner and underneath my lash line. On the lower lash line, I should say. It's only, today's Wednesday? It's only Wednesday, but it's been a long week. Okay, so that looks really nice. It looks very bright under my eye. This is a very bright, springy eye look. Okay, so I'm gonna go add liner and mascara and stuff off camera, be right back, and then we'll do the other side. Okay, so this is look one finished. I really like this. I went ahead and just added my House Labs liquid liner, a little bit of yellow liner on the waterline, and mascara. I really like this. It's very springy, very pastel. And I'm gonna throw on the Lollipop Luxe gloss now that this one's kind of worn off a little bit and see what the pink looks like. Okay, yeah, so it's very much the same. It's just like a sheer version, a sheer pink. So if you don't like sheer red and pink works better for you, that's a great option. Okay, so now we've got the Team Katya palette. So this does have nice neutrals where you could do transition, you know, use that to darken, deepen up the outer V, or if you're a darker complexion, you could use this as a crease shade, that to blend it out. You've got multiple, you've got the bronze shimmer, the gold shimmer, you've got options. I really want to use the blue because blue is my favorite color. So I'm gonna try dismount, maybe deepen it with black, and then use the blue shimmer, I think. Okay, so picked up the bright blue, which is dismount, and I'm gonna place that in my crease. So very pigmented so far. And not quite as baby blue as it might look like it is. It's a very nice shade of blue. Okay, so that looks really nice so far. It's taken very little effort. There's no patchiness or anything. Looks really nice in person. So I think just to try it out, I'm gonna Chalk It Up, that like pale beige, and blend the edges just to make sure. Blue is never gonna fully blend into your skin, so you're never gonna have like a perfect, you know, blend into your skin gradient, but this will make the edges a little softer. I could do like pink or something on the lower lash line, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the blue. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the dismount shade again and put that on my lower lash line. I like that the blue's blending easily, but not blending into nothing, and also not patchy and like sticking weirdly. That's the problem with blue. Sometimes there's like no pigment, and it blends into nothing, or it like sticks weird. But that looks really nice so far. with very, very little effort. And so next I'm gonna take, just to see how it works, I'm gonna take Amplitude, which is the black, and I'm gonna put that on the outer corner and just add a little depth. You can also use the dark brown because it's kind of a cool dark brown, but I'm going for the black. And I just picked like one little dab on this Rephr 13 brush, and this is literally one dip. So very pigmented, but blending out really nicely. Black is hard because you want it to be pigmented enough that you don't have to like keep building, but you want it to be a little bit buildable, and you want it to blend easily, so it's not like, oh, you put black there and now it's a dot of black forever. So what I tend to do is I put a dot where I want the depth the most, blend it onto my lash line, and then kind of swirl it once there's like no product basically left, and then swirl it into the outer part of my crease. And that's blending into the blue so nicely. So like there's black there, but that looks like just dark blue right here in the crease, at least in person. So they're definitely blending together well. And the black and the darker shades in this could easily be used to deepen up the shades on this side, like the black and the brown and stuff, if you didn't want to go bright. And then I'm just gonna tip that same brush into the blue once and blend the two together a little bit more. And then just go over with the fluffy brush again, which has just whatever is left on it. Okay, I really like the way this looks. I think I'm most excited for this palette just because it has a blue. Not that I don't have plenty of blues. So I could easily do the purple on my lid, I could do the gold or something. Blue and gold always looks really nice. But I think I'm gonna do the blue and then blend it in the silver and put the silver on the inner corner. So I just put some glitter glue down, and I'm just taking a flat Rephr shader brush, and I'm gonna pick up the blue shimmer. Picks up very nicely. And I'm just gonna place that on the majority of my lid. That's really pretty. It's a little bit darker than the matte, but I think it works well. It's a really pretty blue. Okay, and then I'm just gonna flip the brush over and pick up some of the silver and place that on the inner part of the lid and the inner corner. And then go back in with a little bit more blue to blend the two together in the middle. And the shimmers do blend together. So like right here, they've melted together. So there's a gradient of like silver, lighter blue, like silvery blue, and then dark blue. Kind of like how Nomad's shimmers, if you use those, will meld together really nicely. These are also doing that. So you're creating a gradient with the metallics as well. Okay. So I really like that. I'm gonna go off camera to finish this up, and I will be right back. Okay, so I really like that so far. I'm gonna go off camera to finish this up like I did before, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the finished 2 looks. I'm really happy with these. I think they turned out really nice. I can't wait to use the rest of the shades. I'm really intrigued by the red in the Katya palette, but I felt like doing brights today. I think the blue look from the Katya palette might be my favorite, but I'm also biased because I love blue. I think it's beautiful. The shimmers melted together really nicely. I went ahead and just did the same liquid liner, mascara, and then I put blue on my waterline. It's Priscilla from House Labs. And then this side I think is Sub-Zero from ColourPop, which is, I don't know why I use yellow eyeliner so much, but that's like one of my go-to ColourPop liners. I like both. I think this side looks really beautiful now that it's sat for a while. You can clearly see a nice gradient. The edges are blended nicely. Took very little effort. you can see hopefully the difference in the finish with like the metallics just being like a normal metallic and this being like super sparkly. I do have a little bit of glitter fallout from it though. So I haven't tried to wipe it away or anything. I just noticed that there were some, but I'm not going anywhere. But I think these both look really nice. I can't wait to use the rest of these. So I really want to try the like pinky neutral shades from here. And I really, really want to try the red shade in the Katya palette. But so far, these have worked really well. And I like that this has like, if you don't feel adventurous and you just want to do like a brown with a copper or something, you can. I did have a little bit of Chalk It Up as an inner corner highlight, and it works very well as a matte inner corner. I think it's the perfect shade for that, at least for me. It's not bone icy white, but it's not, you know, actually a transition shade I could use, so it works really well for that. I don't think I would use it as a brow bone, but as an inner corner, like if you did an all matte look with the browns, I think that would look really nice. So let me know what you think of the two looks in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like to see anything else with these. Happy to do that. I could also do like a palette bingo with all of my Trixie palettes, because I have 4 now. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.